We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Denver Broncos. KJ Hamler returning it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. That this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. To throw, Kaepernick. And that's checked down to Gordon. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game of their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Robinson now off the option. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On the run, it's Robinson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the 1st. On 4th down, the rookie Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
In his 5th year in Pittsburgh, a good bounce back last year for Juju with 97 catches. He must continue to make grabs like that and get upfield.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 20.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their own.
And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a big play there for the Broncos. We're scoreless after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Kaepernick. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Fake. Kaepernick forced out to his left. Yeah, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Kaepernick. It's another pass to Perriman, and it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
And if Noah Fant keeps making catches like that, it might not be too long till we say he's one of the top 5 tight ends in football. When he was drafted, that was the expectation.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now Kaepernick. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Kaepernick going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Looking deep here for Ebron. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Hamler now on the return. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Kaepernick. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Alex Highsmith. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And returning it, here's Hamler. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
To throw, Kaepernick. Hitting Samuel on the slant. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw, it's Kaepernick. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. This is caught inside the 15. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there just before halftime, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal. Here's the option left. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Colin Kaepernick in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. For more of the same, the rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Like 20. Snickers. Snickers. 24.
Let's get off the field.
Now Roethlisberger. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now fourth down. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And some room to work. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll run it now with Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 41, Roethlisberger escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. They'll run here with Robinson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Well good with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Flushed out right. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Kaepernick now on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target. Now
Kaepernick. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Broncos on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Rolling to his right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. KJ Hamler hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Here's a diving catch right side. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw again on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
The Broncos on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Play fake. Bridgewater. That's Samuel caught left side. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down.
And the Watt family certainly knows how to get to the quarterback. His brother, J.J., he led the NFL in that category twice in 2012 and 2015. And now T.J. enters the record books. Led the league in sacks with 15 in 2020, but he plays so hard, he's always around the quarterback. 61 pressures last year, 16 more than the second-place finisher.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it, and it's complete. They're going to get the first.
The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Baron Browning brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your toughness. That explains your toughness right there. Because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to... And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 15. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, That's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark,